Ashley. Ash. Ashley. All right, Gabrielle. Mummy's coming. Shh. Mummy's here.
Have I forgotten now?
A packet of digestives.
Oh, go on then. Can I have a receipt for these, please, Emily? It's for the factory.
Right. And is there anything else I can help you with today?
Pardon?
Mrs. Hope says I've got to say it. You're supposed to sell more. It doesn't seem to work.
Ha! No, that'll be it. Thanks, love.
£2.80.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a funeral today, isn't it?
Not till this afternoon. I'm looking forward to it being out the way.
Yeah.
Ah, morning to you all. Right, Mr. Pollard.
This is rather fortuitous to find you here.
Oh, why is that then?
Here, off to work, aren't you?
Yeah.
Ah, well, that saved you the journey. You're fired.
What?
And you can tell that slacker of a husband of yours, if my money is not returned to me today, I'll involve the police. Got it? It's for the paper.
Mr. Pollard, am I fired as well, or is it just Lucy?
Oh, come on, Sam, we best get back and tell your dad. It's hardly surprising, though, is it?
Edna, I thought you'd be off to the funeral.
No, that's not till later on. I've just got some things to sort out. You've not brought him with you?
Oh, it seems such a shame to wake him. He was having his dream where he chases rabbits, his little eggs going 10 to the dozen.
Well, we're going to have to decide what we're going to do with him, you know.
That's why I'm here.
Right, well, we can do it here if you want to, or at home if you prefer.
I've come for some antibiotics.
What? Edna, what? Well, I don't mean to sound hard, but it's a bit beyond that stage now. I thought you knew that from...
He just needed a really good sleep, and he's looking so much better. Another day or two, and he'll be his old self again.
You do know, don't you, that if there was anything that I could do...
Oh, you've done wonders. If you could just give us another course of tablets.
I don't know.
He doesn't like the taste, mind. I usually have to hide them in a little bit of bread so it doesn't touch the sides. Please, Paddy.
Edna, Batley's lump, it's malignant. It's terminal. I thought you understood all that.
I understand that you're burying your mother today and you've been under a lot of strain. You only have to look at him to see that he's on the mend. He's a fighter. Now, I'm not blaming you for anything. I'm just saying that you've made an honest mistake.
I wish I had.
Are you going to give me those pills, or do I have to go elsewhere?
Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I can give you some painkillers and it'll give you some more time to think about it. It's 2 a day. Edna, Batley's pain's going to get worse, you know.
These'll seem right. Thank you from both of us.
Edna?
Bonnie? Hi.
Coffee?
Actually, I'd rather not. Better get back to my girls.
Your girls?
Yeah, things have taken a bit of a turn since we last spoke.
For the better, I'm guessing.
Bernice and I, last night, we slept together.
Oh, actually. Well, good. Does that mean that everything's...
I'm not too sure.
Well, why are you out jogging?
I didn't want to be there when she woke up, in case she thought it was a mistake.
It is what you want, isn't it? To be together again.
I just can't stop myself thinking it was simply a moment of weakness.
She wouldn't do that to you. Shouldn't you talk about it?
Lately, I've been trying to avoid questioning Bernice on her feelings. One doesn't always like the answers.
Ashley.
Better get on.
Sacked! Sacked! He can't do that! Hey, where are you flipping your innings when you need them now, eh? Hey?
Like you've ever done a day's work.
Yeah. You want to get them all out in support. Unfair dismissal, is that?
Unfair? He's got us back to rights for fraud, theft, moonlighting, impersonation.
Yeah, he can't prove it.
He doesn't have to.
Well, there you go, then.
He's going to get the police to do that.
It wouldn't. How can you trust a man who threatens to get the old bill at the drop of an hat?
He wants you to give him his money back.
Yeah, well, I've heard it all now, haven't I? It's not his money, is it? My brain's our graft. He's got nothing to do with it.
His factory. His name on the cheque.
Apart from that, you're home and dry.
Shut up, Mother, and get back to your paper.
And she's the reason we're in this mess in the first place.
Look, don't give her the satisfaction.
Oh, what are we going to do?
This is my scam. We've worked hard on it. And despite her and Pollard's best efforts, I am not coming out of this without being quids in.
It's all right for some sitting watching telly all day.
Quite hard work, actually. Sometimes I've got to lean over and get the remote.
How are you getting on with your work?
I can't face it, to be honest.
Doesn't last forever, you know. One day you look back and think this was the best time of your life.
Okay, I know you're only saying that, otherwise I'd have to top myself.
Yes.
Could just do with a holiday, really. A few of my year off skiing.
Well, why don't you get a job, save up, and you could go with them?
They go on Friday.
Oh, is that what this morning's all been about? Making breakfast, trying to soften me up?
How could you even think that? I'd pay you back as soon as I could.
Hey, if she gets to go skiing, so do I.
Shut up, Craig.
I wish I had that kind of money to waste. I won't mind, but neither of you can ski anyway.
How's she doing?
Oh, she doesn't seem to want any. Feels like I've been trying all morning.
You are a fickle little madam, and you're to try harder to be good for your mummy.
Actually, about last night.
I was thinking perhaps we ought to give her a bath. She does seem to quite like it.
Look, we can't just pretend it didn't happen. Are you avoiding talking to me? You weren't there when I woke up.
I went for a run.
I know you're just trying to change the subject.
You're right, we should talk, but not in front of Gabby.
She doesn't understand.
Perhaps not, but it'll all sink in. She may be able to recall it one day when she's under hypnosis or something.
Fine. I'll go and run her a bath.
Single malt, councillor. Large one, saves us a journey.
Not much of a lunchtime drinker, as you know, but I'll keep you company.
To a long and fruitful association.
Your change, Mr. Pollard.
Oh.
Now that's what I call service.
Well, I wouldn't do it for just anyone, but Councillor Pollard's worked so hard for our community. We've just got so much to thank him for. Give me a yell when these need refreshing.
Thank you, dear lady.
Do you know, Eric, I envy you sometimes.
Really?
Half the bloodsuckers on the council are only in it to line their own pockets.
Surely not.
But you, well, you really seem to have the respect of your constituents.
You know, I often find myself wishing if only there was something more I could do for them.
How do you mean?
Well, our power on the committee is so limited when facing with hospital closures and falling standards in education.
It's the cross we have to bear.
And yet, if one was a member of Parliament, say, or even the mayor, one could achieve so much more.
If one had the backing of one's peers, you mean?
Ah, precisely.
Found a buyer for your land yet, Jack?
No. Beginning to wish Chris Tate had bought it now. I never thought I'd say that.
Can you afford to wait?
Well, the money I got for the house will run out. I just need spring now and some work to come in.
You know, Jeff Thomas has fallen out with his contractor, don't you?
No.
Yes, he found he was being billed for work they were doing the other side of the county. Perhaps you ought to give him a call.
Well, I don't exactly see eye to eye sometimes, me and Jeff.
Well, I'll give him a ring if you like. See how the land lies.
Well, ordinarily I'd say no, but can't afford to be proud just now, so thanks, Alan.
Hey, Jack! Alan, you old rogues. Looking good. Great to see you.
What?
Don't worry, you haven't forgot that little problem of yours.
Beg your pardon?
Say no more. It's all under control. Louise, when you're ready.
Oh, coming, Mr. Pollard.
Thank you.
What's his game, then? Absolutely no idea.
Bud! Bud!
Hang on. Here we are. Look, block filter. What do you reckon?
About the last person you should be asking.
Have you come about Edna?
Yeah, she doesn't seem to be taking the news too well.
Well, look, if she wants to be there when the time comes...
Well, that's just it, isn't it? She still thinks he's going to make a recovery.
What?
She came round earlier for some antibiotics.
Oh.
So I was just wondering if you wouldn't mind popping round and having a word.
Well, put her right, you mean?
Thanks, Len.
It's been nice having you around again.
A bit like how it used to be.
Jess, I was wondering when Maggie gets back.
Do we have to talk about that now?
You don't know how lucky you are, do you?
What, having her pretending she's my mum?
No, having your whole life ahead of you. Being sure you make the right choice first time round.
Don't talk about Mum like she was a mistake.
Look, I want it to work with Maggie, and you can help. I'd just like you to make an effort.
I have. She just doesn't like me.
Rubbish.
And I wish she'd stop pretending that she did.
Look, when she gets back, it's a chance for a fresh start. I mean, you won't have to rush off back to Nicholas straight away, will you?
We'll see.
And naturally, one never forgets those who have helped on the way to the top.
Ah, here he is, hiding in the wallet.
Ah, Mr. Dingle.
Who's this then? Hey, don't buy anything off Pollard, will you, pal?
Dysfunctional family from outside the village.
Eh? I want to talk to you.
Well, come to my next surgery.
You'll need flipping surgery in a minute. Excuse me, pal, and check your wallet.
Heavy drinker. Done all I can for him. Won't be a moment, Henry. Can't you see I'm in a meeting?
Look, my Lisa and the lad, they want their jobs back.
That is not negotiable.
Who's he, then?
Mind your own business.
If I don't get what I want right now, I'll go and have a chat with your pal, ask him what you're up to then, shall I?
I won't keep you a second, Henry.
And I won't pay him for the job.
That is outrageous.
We did the work, you look. I'm not asking for overtime. Actually.
Don't push your luck. Hand it over.
What?
My cheque, hand it over.
When I get the cash.
I'll meet you outside when I've finished.
I'll be waiting.
Ah.
Oh, nice meeting you, Mr.
Go away. Huge psychiatric problems should never have been released.
I best be making a move.
Well, I hope you'll think about our little chat, eh?
Oh, thank you. That's kind.
It's been a pleasure.
Oh, isn't he sweet? You're going to be coming in on Thursday. It's Valentine's.
No. Mrs. Ledbetter doesn't hold with romance, all that sort of thing.
Pity.
Not really. Goodbye, Eric.
Yes, thank you.
I'll be in touch.
Excellent. Well done.
Thank you.
I just thought I'd come and see how you were getting on.
He's sleeping. He's getting his strength back.
He looks worn out, poor little mate.
He's only a puppy, really. He was just 4 at Christmas. They do sleep a lot when they're young.
You do know it's not fair to keep him going, don't you, Edna?
Shall I put the kettle on? Most good of you to pop in. Oh, I've got some biscuits somewhere, but you're not to give him any because they don't agree with him. And no waking him up while I'm out of the room.
We've run out of turkey dinosaurs.
Bell's gone off them.
I haven't.
And we're down to last inch of dry gin.
Oh, are we?
Oh, and a packet of 2 of them brandy snaps.
It seems to have escaped your notice, but half the family's lost their jobs this morning, all because of you.
And the other half never had one in the first place.
And what are you doing to help anything round here anyway?
Afternoon, all.
I have made my contribution to society. I've been working the best part of 60 years.
Oh, yeah, wearing out street corners more.
Hey!
Ladies, calm down. We are all family here.
Yes, and it seems to be getting larger by the minute, and I'm the one that's got to feed them. And your so-called mother's latest trick is to go and lose me my job. So how am I going to cope now? You tell me that.
Well, if I could get a word in.
Well, go on then. Change the habits of a lifetime. Do something useful for a change.
I've got you your job back.
Oh, there you go then. What did you say?
You have no faith in me, do you, woman? I've fixed it with Pollard.
How?
Well, let's just say he listened to reason. Start back tomorrow.
And me, Dad.
Oh, of course on you.
Although I weren't officially sacked in the first place.
Huh? Oh, Alan, I've got us a few quid on chop.
Oh, how much?
Half a ton.
Well, not completely useless after all.
You know, seeing him like that, you wouldn't think there was anything wrong.
How's the garage going? Is it keeping you busy? Never owned a car myself. Always preferred to be driven.
When did he last eat?
I tried him with a chocolate treat just before he came.
He's been a good friend to you, hasn't he?
They go 12, 14 years sometimes. I used to wonder if he wouldn't see me out.
Well, you wouldn't want your last memories of him to be like this, though, would you, love?
You might think I'm a daft old woman, but I always knew what he was thinking. Whether he's sulking or happy. But not now. I don't know what he wants now, Len. I don't know what he's trying to say to me.
I wish there was something I could do.
We're very grateful for you coming, aren't we, Batley? But I think we'd like to be left on our own now.
It's down to you and Batley, isn't it? I'll find my own way.
There. Oh, we should be so proud of you, Paddy. Shall we go?
No, not yet. We'll be too early.
Are you still hoping Edna's going to turn up?
Well, another 5 minutes won't as well. It will, I'll just go and check the surgery. Okay.
Here it is, Batley. It's your favourite. Mummy's been mean to you, hasn't she? Giving you all that dried stuff, but the vet said it was better for you. No? Just a little. Oh, well. Maybe later. I know. You're too tired, aren't you? Do you realise, Batley? You're the best little friend I could ever ask for. Always there, putting up with me moods. Your little smile, pretending not to notice when I was cross with you for chewing my slippers. But I want you to know something, Batley. I love you. And I know you love me. And that's why I think it's best. Shall we go for a little walk at you and me? Get some fresh air. That'll be a good idea, won't it?
Fast asleep.
Ashley.
I'll just go and...
Don't walk away from me.
Oh,
Last night, you and I went to bed together.
I've not forgotten.
Now, it might not have meant that much to you.
I think you know it did.
It wasn't something that just happened on the spur of the moment.
Isn't it?
No. You're behaving as if things were carrying on as they were before.
And aren't they?
Ashley.
I better go and...
Yes, you had. Go on.
And you've got your reading?
Yeah.
And you know where you're going?
Yeah.
Let's go then.
Just feels like I've forgotten something.
If we don't go now, there'll be no point in going.
I know. Edna.
I think it's time.
There was no getting her off again.
You did that on purpose, didn't you? Because you didn't want to talk to me.
No. I was just hoping that this might be the kind of conversation that she should remember. Do tell me now if I'm wrong.
I don't think so.
Bernice, I'm not afraid of a struggle. God knows all marriages have to be worked at. I just need to know that this is what you want. And if it is, and you're absolutely sure, then I don't think there's anything we couldn't overcome.
I'm quite sure. I love you, Ashley.
Because I happen to think that the three of us could go on to live happily ever after. Don't you?
You can have some more time if you want.
No, I think you should do it now.
You won't feel a thing, Edna. It really is just like falling asleep.
All right. At least you're dressed for the occasion. How long will it take?
Very quick. Do you want to pop him on the table for me?
I'd rather hold him if it's all right by you.
Yeah. Get him, Bally. Been a good boy, haven't you?
He's the best.
There we go. Hold on.
Thank you, Paddy.
I'll leave you alone.
Goodbye, precious. You just go to sleep now. That's good boy.